Yes, y'all know what it is, man. It's the Earn and ISO show with no ISO, though. Listen, this is a very solo dolo episode because of bro ISO. You know what I'm saying? ISO said something last week in the episode, man, where he said that you got to be wary of these online dating because some of these chicks are very unfavorable in the face, which I don't know why led to a flood of females talking about some they on online sites. Man, I don't know what he talking about. I look good for myself. I mean, this, that, and the third. I send in pictures and all this, that, and the third. Listen, if he ain't speaking about you, he ain't speaking about you. But obviously, a lot of y'all took offense, and I don't know what happened. A flood of that came in. A flood of online dating stories came in. A flood of online dating questions came in, and I just felt the need to take it upon myself to do it myself. You know what I mean? So this is a solo dolo episode inspired by Big Bro. I will call this one Online Dating, the horror stories, the funny stories, and everything in between, man. Because we got some stories for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And ladies, you know what I'm saying? If he wasn't talking to you, he wasn't talking to you. But a hit dog gonna holler. So you know what I'm saying? Let's get into the episode like we get into the episode, man. First and foremost, before we get into the episode, man, as y'all know me, we do born and raised in Philadelphia, man, and we want to express our condolences, our heartfelt prayers, and everybody that was affected by the plane crash. You know what I'm saying, in the Philadelphia area. Actually, where I live at, you know, is like walking distance from where the plane actually crashed. A couple of the neighbors that I live around said that they heard the plane crash. You know what I mean, and you can kind of smell the jet fuel through the air, and so, you know, we, you know what I mean, give y'all our condolences, man, our heartfelt prayers and everything. And, you know what I mean, just, it was a crazy situation. And just wishing everybody the best, you know what I mean, recovering from that situation. Because that's actually a route that my daughter takes to school. So, you know, just, it's a school that's close by there, right there. And, you know what I mean, like it's a mall and everything. So, to the people of Philadelphia, man, you know what I mean, we just got to band together and, you know what I'm saying, and get through this as best as we can, you know what I mean? Because there's a lot of kids that might be fearful of going down there. I know my kids was like kind of up all night, worried about if another plane going to hit. They was, you know, so it's just going to take some time for us to get back to normal. Because even to this day, probably even when y'all hear this tomorrow, you know what I mean, the area will still be locked down. Like I know as of now that I'm recording this, the area is still locked down, and that was days from when the airplane hit. So by the time y'all hear this episode on Tuesday, the area still may be locked down because they're still trying to find the debris. And, you know, you see several videos of, I mean, debris going into restaurants, people's Ring cameras and everything like that. Before I even get into this episode, man, let me just say this one thing. Can we please stop grabbing phones and letting that be the first thing that we do when we so go to an accident or a scene that's, you know what I'm saying, kind of crazy? There's people, loved ones, man, that they might not see no more. People probably lost their fathers, uncles, aunts, nephews, cousins, moms, and, you know, us to run up on somebody, an event with a camera just so we can upload it and say we was the first ones to do it or try to gain likes and shares and a viral moment. Man, let's go back to being humanistic, man, and have some sympathy for the moment and the people that might not want to see that. For you to be the first one to tell them that, because they seen it uploaded and their loved ones is on a video or something that might have got hurt. So let's just be a little more humanistic, man, within these matters right here. You know what I mean? Because it seems like the first thing that we all do is we grab a phone and we want to capture the moment. You know what I'm saying? You probably seen more videos of people trying to capture the moment than people that was actually out there trying to help and, you know, get things situated. So let's just get back to being more humanistic, man, more empathetic, more sympathetic, man, about what's going on and understanding that these are real people's lives and they have real families that are affected by these events. You know what I'm saying? And we gain nothing by trying to be the first ones to capture it and upload it to our page so that we can gain likes and follows and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, let's just get back to that, man. But without further ado, man, let's go read these stories. I got a couple stories. I got a couple questions. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean, we gonna go through it. This is y'all went in depth. You know what I'm saying? You know, my man ISO be saying that a lot of y'all stuff lack context, and these stories, y'all went deep into context. Y'all gave me names. I'm not gonna read the. I guess I could read the dating app that y'all was using because it's not like we talking about the app. But y'all gave us names and location. You know what I'm saying? So we got right here. This is given to us by Jasmine, 29. She lives in Atlanta, Georgia. It say, I was never the type to believe in online dating. My friends always joked that I was stuck in the early 2000s, waiting for a rom-com moment at the grocery store or coffee shop. But after my last relationship ended, I decided to give it a try. Damn, she said she just tried to give it a try after her last relationship ended. So they was trying to get you to do online dating while you was with somebody? Dirty business, man. I hope I'm wrong. They say I matched with a guy named, damn, you gave us his name, man. Fuck it, I'm gonna go with it, man. You put it in there. This your story. I matched with a guy named Marcus on Hinge. His profile was simple. He had a warm smile, worked in tech, and loved old school R&B. Our first conversation was easy, like talking to someone I'd known forever. We had inside jokes within the first hour, and he didn't just hit me with the dry "what you do" text. He asked real questions. We met at a rooftop restaurant in downtown Atlanta. He was even better in person, tall, well dressed, and with the effortless charm. We spent 4 hours talking about everything from childhood dreams to where we retire one day. That one day turned into weekend road trips, meeting each other's families, and eventually moving in together. Damn, y'all moving fast. Fast forward 2 years, and we're now engaged. I never thought a dating app could lead to something real, but Marcus proved me wrong. Sometimes the right person really is just a swipe away. That's what's up, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Her story ended in success. And she actually gave us questions, you know what I'm saying? Because she said this is for me and I so said, do you think love through a dating app is real? You know what I'm saying? It's meeting in person. Me myself, I mean, love is love. You can't determine. I'm not going to sit here and say that online dating love is not real from real love. However, you meet a person is how you meet a person. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. She left us a couple questions. She said, "What's a sign that someone you meet online is actually relationship material?" I mean, well, you got the answer for that. Yeah, I mean, like you met with the person that you know what I'm saying, you were supposed to be with. Y'all linked up, and congratulations on y'all, you know what I mean, engagement. So you know what I mean. If it's right for you, it's right for you. It say if you found real love online, would you tell people or be embarrassed? I mean, you don't necessarily. That's your business. You don't have to tell nobody nothing. Like if you met love online, that's up to you. You just tell somebody I met love. The location for that means nothing. You know what I'm saying? Listen, there's people that find love in strip clubs. I don't gotta go out and tell you, listen, man, I met my wife on the pole. It is what it is. Wherever you meet the person of your life, you know what I mean, that you want to spend the rest of your life with, that's where you meet them at, man. And you mean, shouts out to your good experience, man. But trust me, all of these stories don't end in a happy ending. You know what I'm saying? And that was just number one. Let's keep going, man. We got this right here. This is from Tyler, 32, Houston, Texas. Man, I should have known something was off when her profile only had two pictures, but she was fine, and we had great convos. So I thought, why not? We agreed to meet at a nice bar in downtown Houston. You know what I'm saying? I got there first and texted her. She replied, "I'm here." But when I looked around, I didn't see anyone who looked like her pictures. Then this woman walks up, nothing like her profile. She looked way older. Her hair was wild, and she was wearing a hoodie that smelled like cigarettes. I was ready to bounce, but I didn't want to be rude. Listen, bro, you ain't want to be rude. She ain't had no problem being rude to you. You know what I'm saying? First off, you can't come up in here trying to catfish me with these profile pics that you can grab off of somebody else's drink, and you gonna come in here looking like this. But whatever, man. You a good dude. I digress. The first red flag. She ordered the most expensive drink on the menu and kept talking about how she forgot her wallet. Then she started asking weird questions like, "Do you live alone? How much do you make?" It felt less like a date and more like an interrogation. She was trying to find a roommate, fam. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You and me, you got a spot by yourself. Listen, is it 2 bedroom, 1 bedroom? Because if it's a 1 bedroom, I ain't gonna lie, dude, I don't mind shacking up with you. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Let's make this thing work, man. Listen, online dating turned into, you know what I'm saying, roommate searches, man. But the final straw, she got into an argument with the bartender because she wanted them to just add extra shots to her drink without charging her. When the bill came, she excused herself to the bathroom and never came back. I paid for my drink and dipped. Hold on, but why she ain't come back? She already told you she didn't have a wallet, so I'm assuming she like, look, I don't got my wallet, so I know you got me, right? Yo, that's what. It's funny because I've never experienced nothing like this. So just to read people's, you know what I mean, situations, man. I stopped dating when I was young, man. My dating years is like way, way in the past as a kid. And that was movies, and you know what I'm saying, when you get to really take a chick to the movies, when you go to McDonald's or something. Those was my dating years, man. You know what I'm saying? I got myself locked into a situation very early, man. You know what I mean? This is an episode I would have loved to do with ISO because I know he would have great insight on this, man. I got so many of these stories that I may even try to, you know what I mean, if ISO want to do it, save a couple over and we do a couple, you know what I'm saying, more because I don't know, man. It seemed like y'all really got upset when he said that. And that was funny to me. That unfavorable in the face line, bro got one line that's like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? And you know, to the sisters that sent their pictures in, listen, man, you know what I mean, we appreciate it, but we not a dating site. You don't got to prove nothing to us. If you want a dating site, look, lady, you got to find love how you got to find love. A lot of the women was like, listen, I'm just busy and I use a dating site because it's easier for me. A lot of women say they introverts. Listen, whatever the reason be, just do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Listen, don't take what we say for serious, man. We have fun on the podcast and we joke and laugh. You know, so it is what it is. I mean, we got another story right here. This is, it says from Nikki, 27, Brooklyn, New York. Dang, she went right into it. I met David on Tinder. His profile made him seem normal. He had a job, no weird selfishness, no weird selfies, and we had good conversation. After a few weeks of talking, he asked me to come over for dinner instead of going out. I was hesitant, but he reassured me he was a great cook. I don't think that's what she was hesitant about, you being a great cook. You know what I'm saying? Just going to somebody's crib you don't know. When I arrived at his place, something immediately felt off. His apartment was messy, like he hadn't cleaned it in months. The weirdest part, no furniture except a couch and a huge TV on the floor. He said he was still decorating, but I noticed there was no food in the kitchen. Then he said something that made my blood run cold. He casually mentioned, "You're the first person I've brought here since her." I'm sorry. He said, "You're the first person I brought here since her." Her reply was, "Since who?" I asked. He smiled and said, "My ex. She never left." He said, I laughed nervously, but his face didn't change. My heart started pounding. I made an excuse to leave, grabbed my bag, and walked out as fast as I could. I blocked him immediately. To this day, I don't know if he was joking or if something really happened to his ex. You gotta call the cops on board. My man said, he said, my ex, because she never left. What do that? I don't even know what that means. She never left. Is she still in the spot or something? Yo, guys, y'all gotta be careful out here, for real. Especially for the females. Y'all gotta be careful when you go into somebody's spot. At least before you walk into the door, peep your head in there and make sure things is cool. If you see my man just got a couch and a TV on the floor, so you don't even got enough for the table, and ain't no food in this joint, that you say you was a good cook, yo, please, yo, remain safe, y'all. To the females out here, please remain safe, man. She actually asked questions too, man. You know what I'm saying? A couple questions. This is, how do you stay safe when meeting someone from a dating app? Listen, man, always go into congested areas. All that, me meeting you at your spot, you coming to my spot, that's very unnecessary. Until you feel, I would say, even after you feel comfortable with that person, because a couple days in, you only meet my representation, my representative. You know what I'm saying? You didn't meet the real me. I'm showing you who I think that, you know what I mean, I can get. I'm showing you who I think you want to see, so I can get deeper into this relationship. You know what I mean? This courtship. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna need like some time. It's not like, that's why to me, I like meeting people just out in the open because you get to see the real them. You know what I mean? Not to say like online dating is not the real them, but you get to see people in their own atmosphere, and you can see from that. You can gauge from that as a man. I can, you know what I mean, gauge from that, and then you approach that person. It's not like I'm just swiping, and then I like you, and then from the first interaction, You know what I mean? You never like caught me off the side of your eye and might have seen like, oh, I like his swag, I like how you carry yourself, or I like his demeanor. You know what I'm saying? It's just only thing you got to go off is the aesthetic. And because of that, you really don't know. Listen, it's a lot of weirdos out here that just look good. It's a lot of weirdos that are very attractive. So don't think because somebody is attractive that don't mean nothing, man. You know what I mean? TLC told us that in Waterfalls. Listen, you can be drop dead gorgeous and somebody can have something and somebody you can't tell what's really going on with somebody's mental just by looking at them. You know what I'm saying? So be careful, man. Would you ever go to someone's house on the first date? Hell, oh, me, I'm a man. Yeah, what up? No, I'm like, hell no. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, and this is no slight to the West Philly women. I know when I was growing up, it was known West Philly girls was known to set you up. Listen, a West Philly girl that invite you to a house, you go there, be 3-4 dudes sitting in there waiting to rob you. So even me being a man going to a female's house, you still gotta be weird because you don't know what you're stepping into. You know what I'm saying? So no, always meet in a public area. Even if I would say like this for the females, even to be on the safe side, like certain times, shit, take your girlfriends with you. See if y'all can double date. Listen, double date. I got two of my homies is gonna go. You got two of your friends that can meet up. Something like that. Like you need that security blanket until you start getting comfortable around somebody. You don't really know what you're walking into. You don't know what somebody's intentions is, man. Everybody don't have good intentions. So understand that. Be safe, y'all. Please be safe out here. What's the creepiest thing someone has said to you on the date? I don't have many dates, you know what I'm saying, to say that to even give you a response on that, man. But that was a wild story. I'm glad that you are still here to write that letter to us because there's a couple people that might not have had that experience that made it out. But I'm glad that you made it out of that situation, and you know what I'm saying, we got to laugh at that letter, man. But please, 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 please be safe out there, y'all. Right here we got this jump from Reggie 35 from Chicago. It say, um, hey, how you guys doing? I'm Reggie from Chicago. I matched with a young lady on Bumble. She was gorgeous, long curly hair, light brown eyes, and she was into basketball like me. We talked every day, and she always had an excuse for why we couldn't FaceTime. Either she was busy or her camera was broken. Okay. Finally, after 3 months of talking, damn, 3 months you ain't even see her? Wow, you a dedicated brother, man. We set a date to meet in person. I was excited, but also nervous because something felt off. I go to the coffee shop early, and then I saw her. She looked nothing like the pictures. She wasn't just using filters. This was a whole different person. How you know it was hunting, dog? He said, my spirit man told me that that's shorty right there, and I don't like what's going on. If it's a whole different person, I ain't gonna lie to you. If you coming to me talking about something, Ern, I'm like, Ern, y'all excuse me? Do you know me from the pod? You on the journey like, nah. We've been dating, we've been talking on Bumble, you know what I mean, for a while. Bumble, no, you got me fucked up. I don't know you, baby girl. But yo, man. Yo, that's what's crazy, man. Your spirit man must have deserved that. Like, I think that shorty over there, she did catfishing. Um, oh man, this was a whole different person. She was at least 15 years older. Her hair was different, and I could tell she was nervous too. Damn, 15 years older? Damn. I didn't want to be rude, so I sat with her, but the conversation felt awkward. Eventually, she admitted, I was scared you wouldn't like the real me. I told her she should have just been honest, but I couldn't get past the lies. I ended up cutting things off, and to this day, I'm way more cautious online. Yeah, that's what's up, man. You definitely got to be like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's weird that you picked up on that was her, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd have been in that joint like, man, I guess Shorty stood me up. I'm out of here, man. Like, when I get home, I'm going to tell her off because I don't believe she stood me up like this. You know what I'm saying? But yo, man, y'all definitely got to be careful, man. Be careful, be wary, and it is what it is, man. We got this joint from Mike, 31 from Charlotte, North Carolina. I matched with this girl, Sierra, who looked like an Instagram model. You know, the kind where every pic is professionally taken, perfect lighting, full makeup. I figured she might be out of my league, but hey, shoot your shot, right? Listen, if you talking about she like an Instagram model and she on an online dating site, my antennas would have went up then. Like, oh, this don't seem right. We go to this fancy rooftop restaurant because she insisted she only eats at 5-star places. Right away, red flags. She barely spoke to me. Just kept taking selfies, fixing her hair, and complaining about the lighting. I felt like I was on a date with her followers, not her. Then the real problem started. When the check came, she hit me with, "Oh, I forgot my wallet, but I'll get the next one." I wasn't about to drop 300 on someone who hadn't even asked me a single question all night, so I said, "No worries, I got this." She smiled like she won. Then I pulled out my gift card. Yup, a half-used Applebee gift card. She looked at me horrified. "Wait, you're joking, right?" "No, I'm serious. I only budget for Applebee's." "You said you get the next one, right?" She sat there silent, realizing her scam backfired. The waiter came back and said the card only covered $28. She ended up pulling her card real quick. Best part, I blocked her before she could ever text me about the next one. Damn, dog. Yo, why would you use an Applebee's gift card at a 5-star restaurant? I don't know. Maybe that's some North Carolina thing. Cause listen, in Philly, if you got an Applebee's gift card, your ass better be an Applebee's. You know what I'm saying? They gonna look at you like you crazy. Like, what you think we gonna do with that, fam? You know what I mean? But listen, sounds like to me like Shorty, you know what I'm saying, get her Instagram pictures up on just going on random dates. I think ISO said something like that before. Like, gotta be careful because a lot of these women are dating you just because they hungry. You know what I'm saying? They hungry. They going out. They just want to go out for a night. I mean the atmosphere and the experience of it. So you got to be careful, man, who you going out with. It say, have you ever been stuck with a check you didn't want to pay? No, I ain't never been stuck with a check that I didn't want to pay. But you know what's crazy? When I was young, I remember I went out with my first wife, right? And this was crazy. This was crazy because I didn't even intentionally mean to do this. You know what I'm saying? You know how you might be out with your lady, and you know what I mean. Me, as y'all know, I'm very talkative, very outgoing. You know what I'm saying? I'm an extrovert. You know what I'm saying? So when the waitress come, I'm talkative. You know what I mean? And you know, my wife at the time, she took offense to that, like, "Oh, yeah, he's gonna bust it up with the bitch in front of me." I'm like, "Yo, this is what I do." So I think the check came, and the check might have been like for $30 or $40. You know, we was at an IHOP. I ain't like do somewhere expensive. We at IHOP. And I think I gave her like $20 and I asked for like $10 back. Just to be funny. You know what I mean? Like, yo, let me get a dub back. I mean, get $10 back. And she gave it back to me and we left. I walked out that joint. I only gave her a dime. So I was super young and I still remember that because I kind of felt bad about doing it. I was like, why did I even do that? Like, I had the money, I had the $40 to give it to her. Like, why did I even do that? I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? At the time, you know what I mean, my ex-wife, she got a kick out of that shit because that was like her, yeah, that's what she get for, you know what I mean, being all up in your face in front of me. But I don't know, man. I still feel bad about that, man. You know what I'm saying? Young lady, I mean, if you remember me, man, from the IHOP on the Bully, man, hit me up, man. I owe your cash app. A couple of dollars. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I did that, yo. I just did it. It was the stupidest thing I ever did. What's the worst day someone ever tried to finesse you on? What's the worst day someone ever tried to finesse me on? I ain't never tried to get finessed, but one of the worst dates I've ever been on, which is probably something that I think is like something that I would do with my wife, but not like on a date. Somebody took me to a rage room. Like when I was divorced my first wife and I was like, you know what I mean, courting other people. Somebody took me to a rage room. And then at the time it was like, yeah, we gonna go in here and we gonna hit stuff and you know what I mean, you get a mallet and all that stuff. I was like, all right, that's, you know what I mean, it don't sound like date-ish. So, you know what I mean? She went in there first and put on the goggles and everything, the protective gear. She was in there hitting everything with a hammer and going crazy. And I'm like, well, it's not really datish though. Like, we not really having a conversation. You just getting all your aggravation out that you probably built up throughout the week. So that's probably one of the worst dates I've been on. Like, I would take my wife out there now, like, you know what I mean? But that's my wife. I already know her. We know each other. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, we need to take the time to sit, talk, and get to know each other. So that's something I would do with somebody that I know, not somebody you're trying to get to know. Is it wrong to test someone on a first date or is it fair game? As my man ISO would say, it is fair game. Me myself, I just feel like, why are we playing? I don't want to play these testing games. I don't want to play these testing games. If I gotta test you to figure out who you are, man, I'm wasting my time. Like, let's just be transparent, leave everything on the table, man, so we can see what's going on. So I'm not one for the uh the tests and everything like that. That's not. I don't understand it. But then again, like I'm saying, I'm not an avid dater to know what the do's and don'ts. So don't take my word for it. But that's just something that I wouldn't do. I don't believe in that. I don't know. I know a lot of people do it because I hear it all the time when I'm on like these social media sites. I know people do it, but it's not something that I would do myself. All right, we got Tasha, 28 from Miami. Shout out to Miami, man. That's like a major market for us out there, man. You know what I'm saying? It say, damn, she went right there. It say, so boom, I matched with this guy Troy. He was fine, great conversation, and actually made plans instead of just texting what you want to do every 5 minutes. We go to this B-side restaurant, and everything is perfect until I hear a woman screaming. I turn around, and this furious lady is marching toward us like she's about to throw hands. She stops at our table, looks right at Troy, and says, "You're really out here cheating, Mark?" Wait, Mark? I looked at him. This man was sweating. He was stuttering. Tasha, I can explain. No, sir, he could not explain. Yo, the ultimate catfish is when you change the name and you go with it. The ultimate catfish is about when you just change the picture. When you change the name and you actually out here answering to it, when you got to check like, yeah, Troy, so what you like to do? Well, you know what I like to do is that's the ultimate catfish, man. You know what I'm saying? You change the name up too. So she say, I looked at him. This man was sweating. He stuttered. Tasha, I can explain. No, sir, he could not explain. Turns out Troy wasn't just lying about his name. He was married, and his wife found him because she tracked his location. I grabbed my drink, sipped it slow, and watched this drama unfold like it was a Netflix special. She knocked his plate off the table, cursed him out, then looked at me and said, "Girl, don't be dumb like me. Run." And run I did. Listen, Troy, Mark, whatever your name is, fam, get it together, dog. How you out here? You don't even know your phone is being tracked. You don't know what's going on. Y'all got to be careful out here. Look, these phones will tell on you. These phones will tell on you, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing about it, you on the dating app, you dating locally. You know what I'm saying? You somewhere locally dating. Like, come on, Troy, Mark, whatever your name is, brother. Married and all that out here doing this thing. Oh, man, the beauty, I'm going to tell you like this. The crazy thing about that, a woman that does that, when she'll tell the next one to run, but she ain't going nowhere. She'll tell her, like, listen, don't be like me, girl, run. All right, yeah, I'm out. But she going to be right back home with him. She married the man. So, listen, you love what you love, and you accept what you accept. Oh, man. We got this joint right here. It says, we got another Chicago. Shout out to Chicago, man. Chicago always shows love, man. You know what I'm saying? Brandon, 33 from Chicago. Met this girl, Leah, on a dating app. She seemed perfect, down to earth, funny, even sent voice notes instead of dry text. She was different. Okay. We go to this little Italian spot, and everything is going great until a cop walks in. Leah turns pale. I notice she's suddenly fidgeting in her seat. The cop walks up to the table and says, "Leah Bennett?" She doesn't say a word. Next thing I know, he pulls out his cuffs and said, "You're under arrest for fraud and identity theft." How they get you on the date, though, dog? Yo, that's the worst. That's like being on a date. You get a boot. You go into the car. You got the boot on. Turns out she wasn't just dating me. She was scamming multiple dudes. Damn. Stealing their credit cards and even faking her whole job. Yo, you lucked up, bro, because you was going to be next. She's a scammer. She's about to run them cars up on you, bro. Damn. Turns out she wasn't just dating me. She was scamming multiple dudes, stealing their credit cards, and even faking her whole job. As she's being let out, she looks at me and says, "Can you at least pay for dinner? I paid, but only for my plate." I mean, what they going to do to her? Arrest her? She, you know what I mean? Play. Can y'all play for dinner? What's going to happen to you? You going to get locked up if they don't? You got to go anyway. Don't worry about me. You got some other stuff you need to worry about. Don't worry about this dinner right here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. My man said, have you ever met someone who turned out to be a whole criminal? Listen, I live in Philadelphia. Everybody I meet, I expect them to be a criminal. You know what I'm saying? What are the signs that someone online is running a scam? I don't even do that online stuff, man. Yeah, especially with this. You ain't gonna hit me with the man Teo. Have me out here with some fake girl, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sending money. What my man ISO said, you sending money somewhere to Alaska or something like that for a chick. You know what I mean? Should background checks be normal before you meet someone from a dating app? It should be normal, but dating apps will never do that because that'll limit the amount of people that they can put on there. And dating apps primarily, you know what I'm saying, a lot of dating apps are free. So they're primarily a primary amount of their money comes from advertisers. If they can say, yo, I got so many amount of people on my app, you know what I'm saying? You know, you might get an ad from Pepsi or an advertising from Mountain Dew that, you know, while you swiping and swiping, that might, I don't know how to go. I'm just assuming. I'm assuming I'm on the business side because I know some big dating apps is free. So while you swiping and swiping, the Mountain Dew ad my advertisement might come up because they know we got so many people, so we can make this much money off of them. So they start on background checks that'll limit the amount of people of them, which might limit the advertising dollars. So they'll never do that. And plus, that might be like a certain type of invasion of privacy. You know what I'm saying? Because in reality, it's not like they're applying for a job. It's not like they're a doctor. The only service that they trying to provide you with is company. You know what I'm saying? So that's you. You are the, I mean, primary judge of that. You know what I mean? If they good, because even to do a background check, you know how many people background checks gonna come back dirty, and they might be great people. They might just have a story past. So even a background check, if you do a background check, you can limit yourself from good people. So I understand what you're saying because of this situation, but there's some people that got some stuff on their background, but they really good people. So even a background check, man, it sounds good, but sometimes it's good people that did bad things, and sometimes it's bad people that just did good things. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I mean? We got this one right here. I think this is the last story that I got on the joint, man. It's from Kevin. Kevin, 30. It say, I matched with Sasha on Tinder. She was gorgeous, thick in all the right places. Okay, great conversation. She made it clear she wasn't about playing games. She hit me with, I don't do casual dates. If we vibe, we should just book a hotel, order food, and chill. Oh, shit. She about that business. She stand on business. Now, normally I'd be suspicious, but she was so direct, I thought maybe she just different. We booked a spot in a nice hotel downtown. He was with it. You hear me? I booked this spot. I mean, I paid for the room, and we vibing. And so she say she has to go downstairs real quick to grab something from her friend. 15 minutes passed, 30 minutes, an hour. I text her, no reply. I call her straight to voicemail. I go to the front desk like, yo, did you see a girl leave? They checked the camera. She walked out the hotel, got in the car, and left. This woman was running a whole scam. She got a free hotel stays. She got free hotel stays by convincing guys to book the room. Then she dipped and leave them with the bill. And my brother was one of those fools. That don't sound no, but how she get a free hotel? Oh, he went through the night with her. Oh, okay, he must have went through the night with her. Cause I'm trying to think like how you get a free hotel stay if you, I mean, you booked the joint, you chilling. I mean, not really. It's not really like. See, that's if that's what she doing. She hustling backwards, man. Cause at the end of the day, you pay for the room. Cause your mindset is on something else. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so she getting free room and board out here. That's all she trying to do. She tired. She tired. Need a good shower. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what she doing out in these streets? You know what I'm saying? What's the craziest scam someone has ever tried to pull on you? The craziest scam someone ever tried to pull on me. Listen, people in Philadelphia know. If you ever been down Broad Alley, it's always like this one. It's not just one dude. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like this guy. I mean, he may portray to be African. He might really be African or something like that. He always walk around like a wad of money. He be like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, yeah, can you hold my money? Put my money with yours and then all this other. I never fell for it because I remember I was down there watching how I was going through, and some old head was like, yo, watch Bull. You know what I'm saying? Bull out here, he on some shiesty. But that's one of the craziest scams that I ever seen. I don't know how it unfolds, but I just know that I seen dude a lot down there doing it, like with a whole or some of the wad of cash. Here, put my money with yours, and you know what I'm saying, just hold it for me and do this. I don't know what the scam is, but that's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen. That, and you know how these young boys is now. You gotta chase account. You gotta chase account. That right there, I mean, scamming. Why do people fall for wild scams even when they seem obvious? Because everybody looking for the hookup. Everybody want the fast hookup, man. So that's why it is. If you call someone mid scam, how would you react? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I might hit you with the Glorilla. What Glorilla said, I'm on some head, body, and yeah, I mean, so you know I'm putting it like that. But listen, man, this drink right here, man, was this joint was actually fun. It was cool to do, man. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed doing this, man. Like I said, I got some more of these that I'm gonna hold over. Maybe I go through them with ISO, man, if that's something that he wanna do. But I don't know why, you know what I mean? Y'all went off on bro about that comment that he made about the online dating. But it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to y'all. And shouts out to you females that's unfavorable in the face. Y'all need love too. And over here at Earn the Night Show, we love y'all. So one thing that we ask y'all to do, like, rate, review, share, subscribe. Show us that little bit of love for the big things that we do, man. You know what I'm saying? And also, shout out to Beyonce for winning her first Grammy for Album of the Year. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kendrick Lamar cleaning up. Shout out to everybody, man, that did their thing. And shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. As y'all know, man, we going on to the Super Bowl. Fly, Eagles, fly. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And we catch y'all next week, man. Well, next Friday is going to be me, another solo. But next week it's going to be me and Big Bro. Maybe we hit y'all with a couple, you know what I mean, bonus episodes because I got some free time. It is what it is, man. We in a given mood because my boys is in the Super Bowl and we got to do what we got to do. We might hit y'all with a Super Bowl special episode. Until next time, man, we out of here, y'all. Peace.